Welcome to the Cunning Plan podcast, the Cunning Plan Christmas podcast today. We thought we'd do things a little bit festively. It's the last podcast of the year, probably. So we've got our Christmas tree creeping into shot over there. We've got Joe in his spangly Christmas jumper, and Molly's rocking Santa waving a turkey drumstick.
A maraca.
Or maybe a maraca. We can't really be sure. So yeah, we thought we'd do maybe a slightly shorter podcast today. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff we've done over the course of the last year, look back at the last year. It's been an interesting year, particularly interesting year for us. We've done loads of interesting campaigns and loads of interesting things have happened, and for us as a business, so it's quite a nice time to have a bit of a look back at all that kind of business and get excited about what we've got coming up in 2018. So first of all, thought just to kind of paint a festive picture, get us in the festive spirit. Let's just imagine it's Christmas morn in what is it? Just a little over a week from now.
Just under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Nice. I'm excited. I do get very excited about Christmas. It's definitely my favourite time of year. Best meal, best food of the year.
I think I like the lead up the most.
Do you build all the build up?
Yeah. Like
So
the
I
Christmas markets, all that.
Okay. Yeah, I find that a bit stressful.
Do you? Like the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I do love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love felling a Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Christmas songs. I like the Christmas TV though.
Yeah.
Christmas telly.
Films.
Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, new Doctor Who. Yeah, quite excited for that new Doctor Who.
Exactly.
It'd be sad to see Peter Capaldi go.
Very sad.
We
very
shouldn't
sad.
turn this into a Doctor Who podcast, but
Probably not.
But we could. I could wax lyrical about Peter Capaldi for quite some hours.
Spin-off incoming.
But we might do that later. Me and Joe, especially me and
I'll
Joe.
be off.
Me and Joe podcast where we talk about that for a bit. So what are you doing for Christmas, Molly?
Christmas Day is spent at home. We wake up in the morning, have our stockings, and then have breakfast, which is smoked salmon, and then we have champagne imperial, which is
Fancy.
once a year it comes out. It's a shot of amaretto topped up with champagne, and it's really good.
Awesome.
So get tipsy from Christmas morning onwards.
Nice. Start as you mean to go on.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
How about you, Joseph?
Yeah, very very much the same to be honest. It's stockings, then it's smoked salmon, but it's Bucks Fizz. Slight change up, Bucks Fizz, and then it's just a sort of chocolate field mayhem for the rest of the day.
So you're diluting your booze.
Yes.
You're infusing her booze
Absolutely.
with additional booze.
Yeah.
Slight difference there. Slight
Nice.
difference
I
there.
think again, you can learn a lot from these little bits of information.
Yeah.
Nice. For us, it's just straight vodka, no messing about.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Just a shot of vodka for breakfast. It's pretty good. It's a good thing. So yeah,
Could wake me up.
yeah. Not for the kids. The kids don't have any vodka. Just to be absolutely clear, they don't need any kind of winding up or anything like that. They'll be just fine.
Is it just one shot?
Yeah, just one shot. Yeah, it's because it's quite intense anyway.
Yeah.
Quite potent.
Yeah, you feel a bit wobbly.
Plus
You need to make sure you've eaten a nice slice of bread and some ham beforehand to soak it up. But yeah, cool. So this year, what have we been up to? There's been loads of stuff been going on this year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Quite a lot of exciting things for us as a company. Cunning Plan. We moved in to this office that you can see a bit of if you're watching the video. Oh, we have a sign. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and that was really exciting for us. It was we've been working out of a fairly small little room for a couple of years, and so moving in here was pretty cool. It's a really nice space. If you haven't been, come and visit us. You're always welcome, provided you ring first. We don't like unannounced guests. That's we like to tidy up. It's a bit of a mess. So if you are
Bring
coming,
biscuits.
yeah, bring biscuits. Ring ahead. But they're simple rules. Take off your shoes if they're muddy. Stuff like that. Basic rules for a house. Treat it like a house.
Exactly.
Our home is your home. Well, somebody's arriving. Let's see who it is.
And first to the
it's
door is Aaron.
Oh, he's come on in, Aaron. It's fine.
Is
Don't
that
worry about it.
is that a
Aaron's
fine?
got what's he got there?
is that
Oh,
M&S or grapes?
Don't put it in the bin. You don't need to hide it. It's not a secret. Why are you running? Why is he?
What are you doing?
Why is he hiding away?
Of course, not in the bin then.
Come on, everyone. This is Aaron. You've seen him before in previous podcasts, such as the one about videos. If you haven't seen him, here he is.
With a croissant.
He's
in
got a
it.
little croissant. He's very continental, is Aaron. So he's enjoying a croissant.
Oui, oui.
See, yeah. So that's Aaron. He's coming. He'll probably walk past again in a minute, so just ignore that when it happens. So what else have we done? What else has happened this year? So moved in the office. Quite a lot of new people. Joe here being one of them. Aaron, who you may or may not have just seen. Let's say you did see. Lots of new people. Joe joined us this year. Aaron joined us this year. Some other faces you're likely to see as they come in. So yeah, it's been an exciting year, and I think it's shown by the exciting new different bits of work we've been doing and things like that. So should we start with let's pick a highlight. Do you want to go first, Molly? What was your highlight of the year?
Well, I think you both know. Mine was Pet Weddings for Hallmark Hotels. So this was in April. We've got one more.
Oh,
Hello.
Can't believe we've been interrupted.
We'll come back to Pet Weddings in a second, but we can't carry on without
Come
bringing
and
Ali
say
in.
hi.
Come on in, Ali.
That's fine.
Come on in, Ali.
Say
You
hello.
can't-
Ali, you got to
You
come
can't,
in,
you've
mate.
got to come in. You can't walk past without saying hello. This is Ali.
Hiya.
You might
Sing
remember.
hello.
You might remember from such podcasts as Instagram versus Snapchat.
Yeah.
He's gone now, but he's just the brief. He's gone now. He doesn't like the limelight, Ali. He just hates to be on camera. Doesn't like just really
Can't stand it.
very uncomfortable in that sort of situation. So we were lucky to get him on just then.
It's just
Make the most of that. Enjoy it.
I didn't have his hair done today.
Didn't know his head on today. He was looking a little droopy.
Mm.
If you're just listening, this is a bit weird because you can't really see anything that's happening.
But promise you, it's great.
So
It's
the
really
first thing was
great.
a guy called Aaron came in, and then another guy called Ali came in. Like that's it, really.
Just some random guys,
Just some
not
people.
that work.
They work. No, they do work here. It would be really strange if they were just random people. We're doing this. We're filming this at the start of the day. It's the worst possible time for through traffic, and we shoot it in the lobby of our office. So basically, it's a who's who of bad decisions that mean you're likely to get foot traffic during this podcast.
Yeah.
So let's just pile on. Molly, tell us about your highlight of the year.
So as I was saying, Pet Weddings, Hallmark Hotels. This was a social media campaign as an April Fool's prank. It was also the start of National Pet Month, so it kind of worked out well, and it was for a dog-friendly hotel. So we decided that Hallmark Hotels were going to introduce Pet Weddings. So we had 2 little French bulldogs, which are actually my sisters, and dressed them up in wedding gear, so a little bride's outfit and a tuxedo. Got the hotel really helped us. We had a wedding planner, set up all the seating, we had flowers.
Yeah, it was a proper, it was the legitimate wedding. I'm not totally sure they told the wedding planner
Yeah.
that this was a wedding for dogs. So it came to dress it like it was a legit.
She was very serious about it, wasn't she?
Very.
Yeah, so we had it at the one of the hotels in Chester, which was really nice grounds. We had the dogs get married, we filmed it all, and then we edited it into a video that went out on social media, and it just did so well, over 700,000 views, because it was picked up by Anti-Acid and Dipley and other influencers such as Frenchie Lovers, that sort of thing. And then it went on to, it actually reached 25.1 million people, which is crazy for brand awareness for Hallmark Hotels.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was a really fun campaign and really successful. We ended up getting nominated for the Best Social Media Award for Northern Marketing Awards, and then the UK Social Media Comms Awards as well. So good campaign.
Good campaign.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. It was fun. I mean, I absolutely hate dogs, but those dogs were pretty good. They didn't bother me too much. So they were very very good.
Well behaved.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, it's fun. I love doing stuff like that. They were just sort of weird, silly, strange things, and that, that's one of the reasons I love our clients, because they get behind stuff like that. It's a bit of a weird idea. It would have been probably easier for them to go, no, let's let's leave that and not bother with it. But they took a bit of a chance on it, and they helped us with they helped sort out the hotel and get the hotel looking great, and everyone at the hotel really got behind it, and it massively worked out.
Yeah.
So it's a big part of this year's plan is to try and grow brand awareness and things like that. So it was really really cool, and I think that shows from the award nominations that it got, the finalised award shortlists that it got.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Joe, how about you? What have you enjoyed this year in your inaugural?
In my inaugural year, yeah. Well, I've probably got to say the summer lawn campaign with Angel Central in London was a great way to start my sort of time here at Cunning Plan, because it was a sort of a bit of a behemoth of a project really. It runs from July through to August. You've got sort of 8 acts running through that every week. You've got to plan all the designs and everything around it. So it was a great place for me to start here. And it all started with the designs, working with the head designer Chris on getting all the posters designed. That was probably a month or 2 before the project started, which was great. And then we get those all delivered, and then also the leaflets to hand out, got 3,000 of those delivered. And that was all 2 months before the campaign, which was fantastic to get all done and sorted nice and early. And then there was the outdoor advertising, which I think was something new for the client this year. That was obviously in the Tube station, Angel Tube, which was a hugely popular destination in London. So that was getting a lot of eyes on it as well. Bus stop advertising as well, which is amazing. Again, Angel's super popular, so extra eyes on it. And then booking all the acts as well. We had Paw Patrol, very famous on Nickelodeon, so really popular with all the kids. We also had Boogie Storm from Britain's Got Talent from a couple of years ago. Again, super popular act. So getting those guys booked in was really cool. I think you were there for the Boogie Storm act. That went really well.
Yeah, they were really. I mean, they are absolutely first class.
Yeah.
First class act. They are. It's so nice. So, I work with a lot of these kind of different people with a lot of shopping centres and things. Like that. A little decoration trying to crawl off the desk there. I think it's just a bit imbalance, a slight imbalance.
We're live, everyone. We're live.
This is really that really happened. That wasn't a special effect. It really happened. We added that in to make it a little more dramatic. This decoration really did almost slide off the desk, but Joe,
mind of its own.
Joe stopped it. I think that's one of the reasons that Joe's started going again.
Exactly.
I think it might be.
Let's get one more over that side.
I think Joe might be causing it, actually.
I think let's always picking on the new guy.
For his attention. Just for attention. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic Joe. Yeah, Boogie Storm are like a really, really great act. So like just, I work with quite a lot of these different kind of people that come and do performances at centres and things like that. And I would say these are definitely the best that I've worked with, because they just were so keen to just do whatever you wanted. Like we did the whole performance. They hung around and saw all the kids and posed for photos and did all sorts of stuff. And whether it was raining or not, and they weren't bothered. They just kind of got on with it and did a great show. And then afterwards we went and did a load of other stuff. So we did some shots in the cinema for Star Wars, and we did shots in some of the tenants and just hung out. I did just all sorts of different stuff that they were just well into it, and it was brilliant to work with people that were super enthusiastic. So yeah, I really enjoyed working with them.
No, that was it, and it was just every week getting great feedback back from obviously the people we booked, but also the client as well. They were really excited with all the acts we booked in. Paw Patrol obviously was the big one. I think the entire sort of shopping centre ground floor was covered in people.
No, it's absolutely terrifying.
It was crowd control. Yeah,
a lot of people there.
Was the job of the day, but it was great. Everyone got to meet the 2 characters. The client, was super happy with the amount of people we managed to get in there, and the Paw Patrol guys who set it all up for us were really pleased with how we handle it, because they often have a lot of crowd problems, but they didn't have any with us. It was a really, really great day all around, and we did Facebook Live as well, which went really well. I think we had, a good, few thousand people viewing that organically on the first day, which was great, and just shows you how big a brand that Nickelodeon is. So that all went really well, and then on the back of that, we gave away their summer lawn, which is what they set up for all these acts to perform on, which was, giving back to the local community as well. So it was really nice.
For anyone who doesn't, it would be perfectly reasonable for people not to know what summer is. This is like a massive piece of AstroTurf essentially in the middle of a shopping centre in London, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It covers the shopping centre floor, and it's there for summer holidays. They put deck chairs out when the acts aren't on, and when the acts are on, that's where they perform. And they give it away in September when it's all over, and we gave two sections of it away to 2 local sort of government-owned playgrounds, basically, where the kids would go after school, and it was able to just sort of sparkle up their sort of playgrounds, which sort of needed a bit of TLC, and we were able to provide that with the summer lawn. So again, another bit of good news on the end of that as well. So it was a really, really fun project to be a part of, especially for, through from basically June all the way through to September. So that was a nice little introduction for me here at Cunning Plan. It's good.
Nice, very good. I think I'd have to go with the JCB Workwear campaign that we pulled together this year. Working with our client, Progressive, the key thing for this year was to really take JCB Workwear and make it more of a brand that could rival your Snickers and your Dickies and all these kind of people. And it was our job really to try and help take it further and really treat it like it was a real contender. And I think JCB as a brand is obviously massive, especially in this country, and internationally a bit less so. But in this country, I think it's one of the UK's largest privately owned brands, certainly, and certainly the world's largest, the world's third largest construction brand. But from a workwear point of view, not particularly high profile. So we pulled together a big digital campaign, which I may very well talk about later on. But the main job was to really pull together new catalogue, new website, and quite a large photo shoot. So working with our kind of photographer. It's not kind of photographer, he's an actual photographer. I don't know why I said kind of, that's just a useless word that didn't need to be there. But working with our photographer Mark, we pulled together a really, really nice photo shoot in sort of 3 locations, 3 different places. We did the casting, got models in and everything like that. So it was we stepped up the production. We've been used to kind of muddling through and getting it done in previous years, but this was a real proper production. And I think it really shows in the photography, and there's we've got like a behind the scenes video somewhere else on the site, which I'm sure we'll have a link to, so if you want to see some more of it, you can go and check it out, because it was a really, really great shoot, and create some really, really smart imagery. And then from the back of that, created a brand new brochure, created a brand new website, an e-commerce website for the first time. They haven't had an e-commerce website before. And the whole suite, I think, looks really, really smart together. It all ties in really nicely, and we've already started to see a big uptick in sales, ultimately conversions on the site itself. So clients really happy. JCB Workwear as a brand is really, really moving forward. The guys at JCB are super, super pleased with everything that we've done. So it's a great, overall, a really great result, and a really fun thing to work on. So it's definitely one of my highlights for the year. How about you, Mol? What have you got next?
The Harvey Centre's 35th birthday campaign that ran from March to July. It was like a big thing because it was also Harlow as a town's 70th birthday, so we combined the two. The objective was to increase community engagement, which was definitely successful, as it ended up being the Harvey Centre they won the Harlow Town Award for best community engagement. So I think that this campaign definitely helped towards them winning that. Yeah,
that was a swanky award to do, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Down to that in Harlow.
So the campaign was, we did a time capsule where we got all the community involved to think about Harlow's past, present and future. And as Harlow is it's like a very arty town, it's got the art and sculpture trail, we commissioned a local artist, Jim Brown, to create a new time capsule that represented Harlow. So it was a really nice piece that he made from mosaic of different landmarks within the town. So that was running for quite a while, and we got schools involved, local charities who all submitted things to go into the time capsule. Yeah, we created videos about the past of Harlow, memories, which did really well. We spoke to old people and they talked about when they first moved to the town, so that was a really nice piece of content. On social media, we also did videos of the teachers in the local schools about the future of Harlow and the kids growing up there. So it was like a really nice campaign, and we reached over 280,000 people, had over 27,000 video views. So it really went out towards the town and got people involved, and then we ended it with an event at the Harvey Centre. So it was a really nice piece.
Yeah, and it's quite it's quite a challenging audience. The audience of Harlow, isn't it? They sort of love their town. But they also love to hate it a little bit, don't they? So you do have a little bit of back and forth, and there's certain things that work, and that's been a big, I think a big thing of this year has really been figuring out which content works and which content they really love and which content they don't really love. And I think that's one of the things that I think we're pretty good at, and I really like about the way we do things, is that it's not kind of, you know, we work on a couple of different shopping centres, but there's definitely no kind of, this is what we do. This is our sort of cookie cutter content marketing approach to that. It's kind of, you do something, you see if it works. If it doesn't, you stop doing it, you do something different, and you kind of tailor those articles and tailor the way you write the post and everything, so it's just right for that particular audience.
Yeah, they love the memories sort of thing about Harlow.
Yeah, the history kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you went out and visited loads of schools yourself, didn't you? And met a lot of the people, which I think again, I think that makes a big difference. That the kind of somebody going out and actually, rather than just trying to ringing up from up north trying to talk to someone, you actually go out and make the effort to go and see people. They're kind of way more inclined to engage.
Learn a lot about Harlow.
Another highlight from this year, but not as necessarily as initially as sexy a thing, but nonetheless important. We became a partner with a company called Redeye this year, who are an email marketing provider. Well, they do a lot more than that, but we started working with them on their platform, trying to sort of step up our email game a little bit. And Joe, you kind of took a point on that, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly. No, so we joined them, midway through the summer, and it was great. They, were able to offer us a lot more with our emails that we didn't know we could do before, of which automation and personalization is definitely sort of the main focus for us, certainly the last few months, and going into 2018, that's definitely where we're going to be focusing on in terms of making that more customer journey, a more personalized experience for them. So that can lead from anything from particular web pages viewed, they get an email, they get, birthday emails, they get everything very bespoke to the customer, which, previously we were sending segmented emails, which were great, but now we can really start to drill down into sort of users' data and get a lot more engagement from that specific user, whereas before it was a bit more of a broad brush
we're definitely now sort of getting closer and closer to getting to that sort of single customer view, which is what we want to try and get to. You kind of, with all these campaigns, you can think of that person and what they need and what they want to hear about and when and everything like that. And I think that's made a huge difference. And we've already seen the results, on the campaigns that we've worked on with their platform really start to improve. So I think that's very exciting for next year. That's one of the things I think is super exciting about what we can potentially do with them and other clients that potentially we can work with that system going into 2018. Cool. Sexy. It wasn't sexy, but it was nevertheless important.
Useful.
So finally, I think another one of my highlights, going back to JCB again, we did all the branding stuff, but then we also put together a really nice digital marketing campaign as well, with a big focus on growing their social media audience and growing engagement with people in the trades and things like that. So we had this idea of, initially we sort of thought about sponsoring a mountain rescue or a part-time lifeguards or something like that. And in the end, not lifeguards, like that sounds like someone that hangs out by a swimming pool. That would be rubbish. Like RNLI people, is like sponsoring RNLI people. But then we kind of evolved that a little bit and decided that when we started chatting to people, we established that actually there's quite a lot of people that work in the trade and volunteer for an awful lot of amazing organisations, and it's really surprising. You think, I don't know where people find the time, frankly, but they do this job during the day, and then they also go out and spend their weekends, rescuing people off mountains or jumping in lifeboats and doing all sorts of stuff. It's really, really, really fascinating. So we did a big campaign to encourage people to either nominate themselves or nominate someone else, or a lot of organisations nominated someone that worked for that organisation to be a JCB hero. So we searched for these people, and we got was it Volunteering Matters and a couple of other
National Volunteering Council.
So we got them involved in the judging panel. So it was kind of a proper legit award that was we whittled down a number of people, conducted a lot of interviews, and in the end we selected a chap called Steve, who works for Woodhead Mountain Rescue and is also a joiner by trade. So great, a fantastic story. Really, we went and spent a day with them up in the hills in Sheffield in the snow a couple of weeks ago, and just a really fantastic bunch of people. And you can see what a difference it's really interesting seeing what a difference someone like that can make with just giving up. All these people volunteers, just giving up their time, going out, and ultimately if you come a cropper when you're out on a stroll on the hills, these people, the people that come in to rescue you are probably doing it off their own back, and so it was a really interesting thing. So we're pulling together a really nice video to kind of cap that whole campaign off. And I think overall that small campaign got great results, really, really good coverage. A lot of the trade publications all picked it up and ran stories about it, which I think helped get more entries, and I think we're likely to get again more follow-up once we release the video. That's going to be a nice way of capping off the whole the whole campaign, and a great a really great way to wrap up the year. I think that was a fun day out shooting that. Quite stressful because you had a lot of people that had given up their time to do that reenactment, but again they were really great and it was good. Really good, good fun. So
good roundup.
Nice. Anything else for this year that's been a highlight?
Joe starting's been a big that has been a highlight. I'm not sure if it's been a highlight of Joe's life, but certainly for all of us it has been. For sure.
Yeah, it's been an experience.
Yeah, that sounds bad. But he means that he loves it. That's what he means. Read between the lines. He's just trying to be all cool and southern and aloof. But really. So yeah, well, I guess that's about it really. We've done a little rundown. I hope you found that interesting. If you're still watching or listening, then thank you for listening. If you've listened to our other podcasts, then thank you for listening to those. If you haven't listened to them, go and check them out. There's some pretty interesting stuff in there. We're going to be doing more of these next year. If you've got some ideas for things you'd like us to talk about or questions you'd like us to answer or anything like that, that'd be cool. We'd love to do some of that interaction that we talk so much about. That would be super cool. And I'd just like to say, I suppose, just to summarise, a really a great year. Thank you to you guys, to the rest of the team as well, and especially thank you to our clients who let us do this cool stuff. Like we can't. It'd be nice to just come here and do fun stuff, but we don't get to do it if someone doesn't ultimately let us do it with their brands, and our clients let us play with their brands, and that's pretty cool. Exactly. I think we have to be grateful for that, and I think that's to sum up, that's pretty much why I love what we do, because we get to do fun stuff. We get to look at every new opportunity and every new idea and think about how can we do something cool with that, and how can we make that more exciting and make that more interesting, and how can we take that further. And that's why I'm super excited about next year, because there's just loads of cool stuff. We've got a great team, great clients, and I'm really, really sure we're going to go into next year and do some very, very fun stuff. A lot to top from this year, but I'm confident that we can do it.
Yep.
Definitely.
Cool. All right then, well, thank you again. Thank you for watching or listening.
Merry Christmas.
Have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
See you in 2018.